All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezers Show, your weekly outlet for the wackiness that is the rock world scene. And yeah, I got some pretty wacky stuff going on this week. Boy, oh boy, we got some Kiss, some ACDC, and Geezer Butler in the news, and a few other things, but I can't do it. Of course, I'm your host, Murph, of course, and I can't do it without my co-host, Doc Fox. So what's shaking, Doc?
Yeah, doing all right. Yeah, winter is coming upon us very quickly here. So
True that.
yeah, you got that right. So yeah, thanks for checking in on us, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. Love our fans. Uh all of you that keep us going. The best kept secret on YouTube, trying to let that secret out. So please tell a friend and yeah, do what you can to support us. It's always greatly appreciated. Yeah, kind of a slow news week this week in the world of rock, but always enough to share with you guys. And the big news this week was Kiss's final show,
Oh,
the
Kiss! Oh
end of
my
an
gosh,
era.
50 years, man. 50 years they've been going at it, putting on that damn makeup, and bringing us basically suitable rock and roll. Call it
There
suitable,
you go.
basically.
Yeah,
Well, it is with a big show. If you
good way to
strip off the
categorize it.
show,
Yeah,
if you strip off the all the pyrotechnics and outfits and stuff, they're just a good rock and roll band. But they sure did take it to the hilt for 50 years.
yeah.
And I mean, they did their last few shows here in New York this last weekend here, and they lit up the Empire State Building with Kiss, and I mean they really went all out. Had some what do you call those pop up shops here and
Right,
there,
right.
and just went all sorts of crazy. And it was I saw some videos of the last show, and it is what it is. Boy, what a production! I'll say that.
Yeah, like I said, they kind of New York City where they all started and went out there in Madison Square Garden and yeah, they had the town takeover as they call it. They had
Ah,
taxis with Kiss stuff wrapping around. You know how they get those done and yeah, just anything you could think of they had done. So and yeah, I watched it. I watched
oh,
the
you
show.
did.
Yeah, I watched the whole show,
Oh,
man. And you know what? It's the exact same set they've been playing for God knows how long. First time I've seen them a couple times got like '09, I think, and it's the same freaking set. I'm
oh,
there, yeah, it's time to celebrate Kiss and everything, but to be honest, I don't think I've ever had a band or seen a band that's rested on their laurels as much as Kiss. They just have that same set they've been doing for decades. They haven't put out any new stuff. It's just the exact same
well,
show.
they've been resting on their musical laurels, but their business laurels have, they've proven themselves to be rather astute businessmen.
Yeah, true
They
that.
really made a name, made a Kiss name, and they're hoping to make it forever and keep it. They've had Kiss coffins, and that
Oh
was
yeah,
the weirdest thing I thought was the Kiss coffin. Boy, there's when you've totally sold out. You're the total marketing whore.
right.
Start selling
There's
coffins
no
and
limit at that point, right? Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, the videos I saw, it was pretty magnificent. They had the stretched out arms that they stood on, the platforms, and they go out in the
Yeah,
crowd
like
and all
big
that.
crane
And
kind of thing at
right,
the end
right,
there. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
yeah, like a cherry picker, they would call them,
right.
in
But
the
really
real
large though,
world.
super
Yeah,
large. Yeah, they
yeah.
were. Yeah, they were.
It
They're
was
pretty cool.
very interesting, and
Yeah, at the end they had. Yeah, they were doing that, and it was a pyromaniac's wet dream, dude. It was like that's Kiss,
yeah,
man. They had fireworks galore and flames and everything more than you could. You're waiting for the sprinklers to come on. It was one of those kind of situations, but so I'm
oh
sure they
yeah,
kicked it up a couple notches for the last show and being as it was, but yeah, as far as the show itself, there was nothing special in it. They
yeah.
didn't have
It's
any
just
kind of at the end there before they closed with rock and roll all night, obviously, but before they did that, there was maybe a 40-second montage in the back that kind of like showed them back in the old days and even had like just a clip of Eric Carr's like stuff backstage and it wasn't anything real
well, I saw
focused
I
or
saw some
presentable.
articles about that. Some people were pretty upset that they didn't honor
Yeah, they didn't do
all
anything like
the
that. Yeah.
members that came before.
Yeah, it was very, very much just like I said, like a regular show. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
he mentioned, "Hey, we're finishing up where we started," that kind of thing a couple times, but
but really,
there wasn't any
they had
real,
quite a few players, quite a few different
Oh yeah,
players,
over the
quite
years.
honestly.
Oh,
One, two,
absolutely.
three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, about 10 total players, I
Yeah,
think.
probably. Yeah.
And really they
Actually
did.
credited, not counting like guys like Anton Fig that played the drums on that stuff, where Peter Criss was still credited. So yeah, who knows
Hi-yo.
how many guys
Holy
like that.
smoke
So
'em, Doc, going deep into the well.
yeah,
Anton Fig. Wow, that's a name I
yeah,
ain't heard in a long time.
yeah. No,
But
he was a guy though.
yeah, and we were looking forward to this. It's like, finally they're done. Finally they're gone. Finally they're gonna call it, and they're gonna call it a day. But no, not Kiss. Oh no, these marketing whores. They no, there's no way they can be done. So sure enough, a new era begins.
Yep.
Kiss has collaborated with Industrial Light and Magic and Pop House to produce 4 avatars that will continue to rock, possibly forever. And let's take a look at those avatars. There they are, right there. There they are. Gene Simmons, of course. God, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell an avatar is. An avatar is a cartoon of yourself. Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah,
Just
basically, yeah.
a glorified cartoon of yourself.
Animated version of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are they going to work that? I don't. What do you mean
Well,
the avatars will continue rocking? What the hell is that?
they finished the show with the avatars doing a song. So they kind of
God gave rock and roll to you. Yeah.
yeah, they finished. They did the regular thing, did the encore, came out, did I don't know, like 3 or 4 songs on the encore, finished up with Rock and Roll All Night, and then yeah, on the big screen, end of one road, beginning of another era, blah blah blah, and then then they come out with the avatars and they do the song "God Gave Rock and Roll to You," and you can look at them; they're just exaggerated, cartoon versions
yeah.
of their characters.
Look at Gene. That is really, gosh, I swear. Really, have we had enough of these cats? I think we
I
have.
haven't seen any positive comments on this. None. I've been,
Oh,
looking on different, message boards,
oh,
things like that,
which were
comments and stuff. I haven't seen anything where people are wanting this. Nothing.
yeah. I jumped over to the Rock Celebrities website, and the headline itself was great. Rock fans harshly react to Kiss's decision to continue with avatars,
Yep.
and some of the comments: "Go away." No, please disappear permanently. Another one, clown show. Another one, call it a day. It's over. Another one, surprise, surprise. Another cash grab. You know, and I guess I don't know. What do you do? What do you do?
To me, it seems like, okay, you haven't put out any new music for over 20 years, and even that wasn't very good when they did with Psycho Circus, I guess was the last thing they did. Sonic Boom, that whole era. And you're totally resting on what you did 40 plus years ago.
yeah,
There's no need, if it was like the point where, okay, they're still writing incredible stuff, but they can't perform it anymore. So this is how they're going to perform new stuff. No, this is how they're going to perform the same stuff they've been doing for 50 freaking years. What's the point? What's the point? What is the point to go see a cartoon of Kiss? I don't know anybody that would do it. I don't. I kind of look forward to seeing it fail, I guess.
Well, I'm figuring, the Gene and Paul, they're been all about marketing their whole life, and why give it up now? We don't have to play anymore, but we can still do the marketing and still make a boatload of money, and they're all about making money. So, if I tell you, if I was Ace and Peter Criss, I'd be all bummed. These guys are so rich, and those guys just aren't, and it's like, oh, I'd be so bummed.
Yeah,
Jeez,
but then they're not looking like idiots though either. I mean,
that's true. Yeah, because this is ridiculous. Enough already.
Yeah, I can
Let
see
it
the two of them sitting there. In a former life, I remember I used to sit in those corporate meetings, and they'd sit there and get in their own heads and come up with these great ideas and bounce them around the table, and they sound great in there. Then you get them out in the real world, and then they're like, "Dude, what do I?" So I kind of look at it that same way. You know, they probably said, "Oh yeah, we'll put out. If we can't go out there, the world still wants us. We'll have our avatars going." And no,
Avatar,
nobody.
jeez.
Yeah, nobody's wanting it. Nobody's
No,
wanting.
no, you know, it'll be a flash in the pan thing, you know. For a few months, people will dig it, and then it'll go away, and they'll say, "Enough of that." But you
Yeah,
know, they had a good run. You know, I was in high school. I graduated '74, and I think their first album came out '73, and that's
correct.
started pretty. Yeah, you know, it's pretty good rock and roll. But you know, look who else we had. We were listening to, you know, Led Zeppelin, Uriah Heep, ELP,
Sabbath,
Deep Purple, Sabbath. I mean,
uh,
you know, they were just sort of, yeah, you know, they weren't the big
Alice
thing for
Cooper.
me
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my circle of friends. We were
No, they
listening to
sure
all
were
that.
for me. I was definitely the neighborhood's big Kiss fan, man. I
Oh,
was I was all about them.
oh,
I was right at that perfect age for them. I was
yep.
like, you know, 13, 12, 13 when they come
Ah,
out,
okay,
and yeah,
yeah,
I
sure.
was all about it, man.
Okay,
So
yeah, yeah, but you know, good for them. Crying out loud, they're never gonna leave our atmosphere. So we're just gonna have to deal with it, man. Take deep breaths and deal with it. Speaking of taking deep breaths, here we go. I knew it.
you
You
know
know,
who
they
is
just
going to tour?
there they are. There he is, Angus Young. Yes, he's gonna be tour ACDC. By golly, they just can't stay. You know, they haven't made enough money either, and I don't know at their age. You know, they don't need the money. They just must love it so much. ACDC announcing a global stadium tour for
Well, I'm gonna have to
2024.
correct you there, Murph. It's
Huh?
not an announcement. It's not an announcement. It seems like it's inevitable at this point. There's been no official announcement
Well,
made.
wait a while. I'm on the Society of Rock now, right
Oh,
here. And it says the headline ACDC announces global stadium tour for 2024.
well,
And it
I'm wondering if
revealed
that's
the
just not
first.
a clickbait headline because I don't think they've made an official announcement yet.
Oh, what was this? Wait a while now. Get ready to rock and roll as ACDC gears up for a massive global stadium tour in 2024, marking their return to the stage after 7 years. The legendary hard rockers have confirmed their first European date set to electrify Munich Stadium in Germany on June 12th. Wow. And it looks like somebody leaked it, eh, there, Doc? Eh?
Yeah, the Munich the gig is it was the first one, and the mayor of Munich, or as they call it over here, München, is everything over here in München. But the mayor and his name, you gotta get a kick out of the dude's name, man. It's Dieter.
Hello, I'm Dieter. I've heard I'm not supposed to tell you, but ACDC will be starting off in here. I hope he's got that weird tight black outfit
Right,
that we
with
expect
like
Dieter to have. Real high thing there,
turtle neck thing. Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
with a monkey. Touch my monkey, love my monkey. Yeah,
Love him,
yeah.
touch him.
But
But he
well,
thought, he said, I didn't know it was a secret. He says so.
oops.
So yeah, so it's
Well,
kind of anticipated that it's a big, just gonna be a massive global tour. You know, so
wow, boy,
uh,
oh boy, at their age, God bless them. But you know, just you know, to be 70 years old and be dressing up as a little English schoolboy, that's got to be sort of weird at this point. But
what else
he
are you
is
gonna
what he
do though?
is.
That's what fans
Yeah, you
expect. You
know,
know,
you
that's what,
come out with a smoking jacket and shit
right.
with slippers on, you know, with yeah.
He'll come out in
Yeah,
spandex and stuff. No, that's his look, man. So
yeah.
yeah, it's, you know, it was always the issues with Brian Johnson's health. And you remember back, I think it's 2016 was the last time they were out, and Axl Rose had to take over. And
Yes, yes.
and they nursed Brian Johnson back to health, and they did the Power Trip Festival this past summer. And you know, we've been talking about it, you know, possibility of a tour, and all along I've been saying no, but looks like I'm gonna have to eat my words on that one, man. So
How
and
about
gladly
that?
so. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I'm glad Brian's able to do it. Didn't look like he'd be able to, but you know, I don't know
Well,
what
we were
medical
talking
wonders they
about it.
performed, but yeah,
We were talking about it after, ever since they made that appearance at which what was it
the
they
Power
made that
Trip, yeah.
Power Trip Fest. We were discussing, yeah, you know, they're gonna have the itch. They have to have the itch. You know, that's what musicians do. You know,
Right.
they
Yeah.
play. So
Well,
well,
getting
we'll
the
see
itch
how
and
that
then, you know,
goes.
wanting is one thing, but being able to is another. And that was kind of the question, if Brian would be able to. And
Oh well,
I don't know
I'm
if there's
sure.
any more questions or if they're all, the doctor's writing him off, 100% ready to go, or if there's still some questions, but
I know.
they're gonna do it. So
We're not going to be seeing any of the high notes or the high screams. I can't see his voice being able to do that anymore, but that's okay. There's plenty of, he'll hit the lower stuff and just improvise when it comes time to hit that really high, crazy stuff because I can't see him doing it again. When
right.
Axel did it, that's his natural, it just seemed to fit right in pretty nicely as a fill-in singer for ACDC. But Brian, boy, I mean, he ain't gonna be able to get that high. But
Yeah, I told you, his vocal cords just gonna come out one day, just gonna be hanging out of
just blow out of his throat. That'd be
yeah.
great. What a showstopper, Hey, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's great. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And it's culminating in a
Yeah,
show-stopping
seeing
appearance
well,
at the 2024 Rock in Rio festival in September. So they're going all the way through September, and they're going to finish up at
okay.
the Rock
So
in
yeah,
Rio
that's pretty
in
good stuff. Yeah,
Rio de Janeiro. So
seeing
yeah,
the words massive global stadium tour, that puts you in mind of some, so we more to come, I'm sure, and we'll
it ain't
find
going to
out.
be Tinley Park, guarantee that.
No, you got that right.
That'll be Soldiers Field. Soldiers. No, it's not Soldiers. It's Soldier Field.
Over by there.
Over by there, yeah. Over by the south side there. Yeah. Oh, moving on. This is an interesting thing. I didn't know he swore so much. My goodness, Dave Grohl. Dave
Yeah,
Grohl, there
they
he
all
is.
do.
Yeah, the headline, Dave Grohl, he had to put up a no cursing sign during a recent Foo Fighters show in Abu Dhabi, as using the F word is a crime punishable by 1 year in jail. Apparently, he used between songs, he uses a lot of profanity, and I don't get yeah. We talked about this. I don't get all the people who like Kid Schmuck who feel that they just have to use the F word like it's the word the.
Yeah.
And I did not know
Yeah, we all
Grohl.
know you're real tough and real street and all that. So
Yeah,
that doesn't impress anybody.
doesn't impress
Cussing out
me
like that.
much.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
And
real
actually,
quick,
you know what? It loses effectiveness. If you throw one F bomb per show, it's going to get a reaction maybe. But if you're saying every other word, it's just like, oh, this guy's
yeah,
vulgar.
yeah,
And,
and look at the kids over there, and good riddance, because
yeah,
that's what got me when we saw Kid Rock, and there were kids everywhere, and he's just throwing one F bomb after the other, and it's like, no,
yeah,
you call yourself Mr. American. Well, why don't you have some respect for your crowd? But no. And Dave Grohl apparently, yeah, Abu Dhabi, he had to remind himself, no cursing, no cursing. So holy schmokums, and I'm not surprised. Boy, that'd be a weird gig, I tell you. Playing
Could you
over there.
imagine? All right, he lets
No,
an F bomb slip, and then what? The local authorities come running up on the stage and drag him off and throw him in the hooscow for
for a
saying the
year.
F word.
Boy, oh
I mean,
boy.
what?
Well, that's just a weird situation.
And if
But
he says it, what if he did drop an F bomb? Would the whole place just be just
quiet,
definitely
boom,
quiet
yeah,
and be just like, and people start leaving or what? I mean, what would happen?
yeah, really.
I'd
ISIS
almost
comes
want
in
him
from
to
the
say it
side
just to
and
see,
takes them
yeah,
away. Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
geez.
I was wanting
I'm
to say
sorry.
just to see where the
I
or
wouldn't be
throw a
playing over
fudge
there.
out there. Throw a fudge.
I'd have it in the contract. If I throw an F bomb out and you imprison me for a year, you owe me $1 billion. I put it in the
Right?
contract. You jerks. But at the same time, Dave Grohl, come on, Mister
Yeah, no
Good Guy,
need for
Mister
it.
All
Yeah,
American, to be thrown. I'm sorry. I just never did get it. I never did. And Ozzy, it started with Ozzy. I saw Ozzy in '78 with Black Sabbath when Van Halen opened for him. The
right.
really hungry young band, and boy, did they pull Black Sabbath off the. I thought that's why Ozzy was swearing so much, is because he just got blown off the stage by Eddie Van Halen and Van Halen. But no, the girl don't need to do that. I wish you would. Good riddance. We'll see. Oh well. Apparently he's over there across the sea touring.
Well, you think of
So
it too, though. As you travel the world, in all these different countries, there's got to be different customs, and I'm sure people have made faux pas of saying a certain phrase or something that doesn't go over so well in different parts of the world. I don't know, but
yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. But before
Oh
we
well.
go, man, real quick, I got a Dave Grohl story, man.
You do.
I
Do it.
do. I do got a Dave Grohl story. I think maybe some of you may remember, I guess, 2 years ago now, he did a series of commercials with Sirius XM commercials. And it was like they all lived in the same house, and he lived in the house. I don't know, it was like Kevin Hart and I don't know, maybe a couple other celebrities. But there's one in particular where I made lasagna, where he's down in the kitchen making lasagna and screaming up to, I think it's Kevin Hart,
I remember that.
I made lasagna. And so anyway, they posted, and I think it was the Foo Fighters Facebook page. So I made the comment. I don't even remember making the comment, but I made the comment of along the lines. I can't remember word for word, but I don't know why everybody's so giving him so much credit for being a sellout, something along those lines. And then, like I said, I forgot even making the comment. And then just yesterday, Dave Grohl himself liked the comment.
Holy cow.
So I got a Dave Grohl like on comment.
Wow.
Calling
That's
Dave
great,
Grohl,
man.
calling Dave Grohl a sellout. So he knows how it's all kind of laughable, and yeah, he was doing it for a buck, and he realizes he can laugh at himself. I guess to be able to like a
Wow.
comment that says something like that tells me a lot about the guy. That he can he can kind of laugh at himself and know that sometimes you just
it is
taking
what
a
it
buck,
is.
yeah. So yeah, that was a pretty cool story. Man. I
Oh,
want to
how
share with
about
everybody.
that? Definitely. Freaking A. Oh, this is an interesting story. Here we are. There they are, the two guys. We got your geezer Butler and your Ozzy, and they look really pissed off right there in the picture I posted there. But holy schmokums, man. A big to do has come up where apparently Geezer hasn't been contacting Ozzy, and and Ozzy apparently is ticked off about it. But wow,
It's their wives.
well, and yeah, exactly. It turns out that Butler's he tried to reach out to Ozzy twice, and Ozzy never got back to him. And it turns out that the wives have had a spat, and jeez, what a shame. What a shame,
Yeah,
Ozzy,
Ozzy made a statement somehow. Tony Iommi had contacted him, why he wasn't doing so good and was laid up, and that Geezer never did. But then Geezer was like, "No, I did."
it
And
says it right here. It says
yeah,
on January 21st of 2020, I emailed Sharon. Hey, time out. Let me do that properly. 11 months later, I emailed Sharon to check on Oz. That email went unanswered. I don't want to engage in a tit for tat, having made 2 attempts to wish Ozzy well without a reply. I figured it best to privately keep him in my thoughts. What the hell else is he supposed to do?
yeah,
You're not going to
yeah,
keep on trying. Sorry,
yeah,
if they're unanswered, that says it all right there.
yeah.
So sorry, Oz. Geezer tried. You didn't even answer, or should I say, Sharon didn't answer. So what are you supposed to do?
Oh, I'm sure Ozzy was oblivious. I'm sure he never knew that it even came through. Yeah,
Oh boy, that's shame. And of course, the Prince of Darkness says, Tony, I only have been so supportive of me since my illness. Geezer Butler hasn't given me one effing phone call, not one effing call. When his son was effing born, I phoned him every effing night. See, look at all the F Ozzy,
yeah,
F you
yeah,
Ozzy, every effing night, even though we were at war with each other. Black Sabbath and me, after I was out of the band, I thought, F it. He's my mate. I'm going to call him. But from him, not one effing call. Well, he tried to get a hold of you twice and they weren't answered. So, here we go. The wives. That just frost my ass, man.
right.
Really. I'm sure he's tried to contact. I'm sure he's tried to
What about
contact.
Bill Ward? Where does he fall in all this? I
Yeah,
don't know.
well,
Yeah,
boy, he's sort of
they don't
falling off
speak
the
of
face
him.
of the earth, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Gee, creepers. Yeah, he's sort of gone. Wow, Bill Ward, gone. But there you go. There's that little spat there. But and Butler did say add to that. He said, "Me and Ozzy are fine. It's just that we're both ruled by our wives.
There
He's
you
got a
go.
big heart and was always there for me in times of trouble. We might not be as close as we were, but we'll always be brothers. His wife and my wife had a falling out, but that's got effing nothing to do with me. Are you really going to hide behind your wife's skirt because of that? Wow. So yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's not going to mend any bridges there. Yeah,
no.
it doesn't seem like Geezer's too upset by the whole thing. He's like, hey, the guy's in my thoughts.
I think he's happy.
He knows we're brothers. Hey,
Yeah. Got a beautiful wife. He's happy. He kicked ass. I'm sure he's rich as hell. So yeah, stay out of the.
Yeah, he just
Stay,
wrote a bio. He just had a
oh, you're
bio that
right.
just came out. So
So
yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure he's doing great.
stay
Yeah.
out of that intrigue, stay out of all that garbage, and just enjoy your life, Geezer. I dig Geezer, man. Fucking A. So good for you, Geez.
Yeah.
Good for you, Geez. Okay, here we got trouble. Trouble in River City. There it is. Oh, there it is. Tinley Park. Credit Union 1 Amphitheater. Well, holy schmokeums, folks. I tell you, where to start? Well, we talked a lot about this season at the amphitheater, some of the troubles that we came across with not just getting in and getting parking, but the shutting down of the lawn, and then you have to supposed to stand in line, another line for pavilion tickets because the lawn's closed, and it was just a really weird, bizarre season.
Yeah, just to preface this for everybody, most of you know if you've been watching the show regularly, for the last 2 seasons,
yeah,
we got season passes for the amphitheater Murph just mentioned. So we went to 12 shows the first year and 15 last year.
This year,
so
yeah,
we took pretty much full advantage of having those tickets, and
it was great. It was great. We could bring our own lawn chairs. They called them beach chairs. They're like regular lawn chairs, except they're like 9 inches off the ground.
right.
Really
You can only
low
have
riding.
I think it was 8 or 9 inches.
And then if people didn't have lawn chairs, they could rent them on site. They rent the facilities beach chairs. And we
Yeah,
thought,
in 2022, that rental was $10, and last year it was $15.
and
So
lo and behold,
just to be aware of that.
Doc, we get this notice from Credit Union 1 Amphitheater to improve venue entry and for security purposes. Personal lawn chairs will no longer be allowed. Lawn chairs are available to reserve ahead of time for pickup at the day of the show. So
So yeah, I wonder what that's going to be. Is it going to be $20 this year?
Well, 3 years ago, if you got a lawn pass, you got a lawn chair automatically. They gave you a lawn chair with your lawn pass, a beach chair.
Oh, that's before we got them. Okay.
Yeah, before we got our passes. Then we got our passes. They allow us to bring it in. Now we're going to spend, what was it, 15, you said?
They'll probably 15 last year.
20.
Yeah,
they went from 10 to 15. It'll probably be $20 extra a concert this year. And the thing is, you get in this freaking line to get in, and then once you get in, you got to go stand in another line to get your chair. And there were some big lines at the chair place, and I remember smirking as I walked by that huge line because we had our own chairs, and now we're going to have to be part of that line. So, ladies and gentlemen, we made the decision that we're just not going to play their freaking game this year. We're just going to go to some select shows, and we're not going to get the season pass because I'm sorry, they keep making it worse and worse. Last year, we spent like 4 shows in a row in the pavilion because they closed down the lawn, and even though we did have a great adventure in those 3 or 4 shows, it's still, and it's like, and they're caring less and less about the consumer. And this is just a money grab. It's not for security purposes.
You
You
know
know,
what?
yeah.
I was just gonna say I'm so sick of that. That's the cover all excuse for everything. Because of security purposes, we're gonna change the and I can see where slows down the line where people come in with chairs, like those bag chairs or something like that. Maybe reduce it to just like the chairs that we have, the folding chairs. Boom.
Right.
You look at them, there's nothing in there. I can see like the bag chairs. You take them apart, look in the bag, whatever. Maybe tell them no bag chairs. Maybe that
Right.
would be a solution. But yeah, it just seems like just a ruse to get you to rent their chairs. Probably is
Oh, it is. Oh,
uh,
absolutely. There are no security purposes, you jokers.
and they've announced a couple of decent shows so far this year. They got the Sammy Hagar doing the whole Van Halen thing
We're
with
going to be
Joe
going to that one. Yeah.
Satriani.
Sammy,
And
Joe Satriani guitars, and apparently David Lee Roth
yeah,
TLR is going to be along with. So that's an absolute must.
we got that one. Then we got the
The
Creed
Creed
reunion
show.
coming around.
Creed
Yeah.
show. That's going to be insane. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to basically get the old Creed band together back in the lawn there. At least 3 out of the 4. Maybe get 4 out of 4. We'll see. Get the
But
old
one of the other things,
prison band. Yeah.
yeah, one of the other things though is just it kind of seems like they kind of bring back a lot of the same old bands, and they've only announced like 5 or 6 acts, and one of the other ones is definitely a case of that,
Yeah.
where it's our friend Styx, who just seem to be around like every other year.
Forever. And here we go. Lay it on us, brother.
And who else is joining them? Of course,
Foreigner.
Oh my God! If you watched the show before, you know how we feel about Foreigner, the cover band. Last year, they announced final tour. The body's not even cold yet. They're announcing other dates. They announced the Vegas residency. Then they announced, but they're just calling it other legs of the tour. Well, no, it's not another leg because now you're opening. This is not your headline final where last go on the road tour. Now you've joined up with another tour. This is not another leg of that same tour. You've joined up with another tour where you're headlining. So this, they didn't even wait. It was last year, and they're back out doing the exact
already.
same thing. Oh
what a bunch of whores! I swear to God, shame on
no respect of or
no really
no meaning of what your words is worth nothing.
Yeah, your words worth shit. You're nothing but a cover band doing your final tour. Now the cover band is coming back. You're not doing your final tour. You lying sacks of shit. And it's one thing if it's Aerosmith or something coming back, but it's a cover band, and
it's a total.
We all lied to you guys last year. You got your tickets expecting you finally wouldn't have to put up with us anymore, but nope, we're coming back to bother you for another year. Just more retread bands coming back. God, Styx. That's like the third year in a row they'll be here. And I'm just tired. I'm not going to pay money this year.
Well, they did mix it up a little bit, and the third band joining them is John Waite.
That I would like to see.
I like me some John Waite, man. His time with the Babies, the solo stuff.
Right.
He was with Bad English for a little bit there. That
wasn't
so great,
but nonetheless, but I'm not going to go.
No.
To see a 45-minute John Waite set and then have to persevere with these other two bands, which quite honestly, I'm just tired of. All right, jeez. Especially
we've seen enough of Styx and definitely seen enough of Foreigner.
Well, I think Styx the last 2 years, and I've seen Foreigner the last 2 years, and here we go, 3 years in a row. Here they come again. No, I don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah.
So. Like I said,
we'll see what other ones they announce. There might be some other ones that we want to hit.
There's another one coming up. It's like one of the Backstreet Boys type of deals.
Yeah, New Kids, and
I don't want to see them, but Paula Abdul's going to be with them. I'd love to go see Paula Abdul, but she's going to be like the opening act.
Pilled out of her mind, man.
Yeah. Woohoo. Oh, brother.
And they've announced a couple other shows, but nothing of note yet. So
speaking of Credit Union One, Doc, we went 15 times this summer. I drove like a madman on I-80, doing my 85 plus on the left lane of the, and we never got busted, never got popped. Sure enough, I'm heading up there over Thanksgiving weekend, and I got popped on I-80, baby, by a state boy. The thing about Illinois State boys, I don't know if it's the same in other states, but if you get stopped by an Illinois State boy, don't try to don't try to talk your way out of a ticket.
Yeah.
Illinois State troopers, they don't take no crap. You're going
No.
to get a ticket. Just be
Yeah.
a nice guy, accept it. You screw it up,
Yeah.
smile, be a nice guy to them because they're not like county or city town cops, that you can, no, state boys, they are state boys. They are the law. And yeah, I got a hell of a speeding ticket. So I'm going to be doing the driving class, which ought to be great. I used to drive the big rigs. So this ought to be fun. 4 hours of just great times on a driving class. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah,
That
15
sounds
times we go
horrible.
there. 15 times we go there, on I-80. I'm just driving like a madman. And then doggone it. Well, the problem was there was nobody around me. I'm
Yeah, that's
driving
when you
down
get it.
80
Yep.
and I was like, look at this, it's wide open. This is so great.
Yep.
And then I come around the corner and there's Johnny Law right there. So it wasn't so great.
Yeah, that's
But,
when if you're kind of flowing with traffic, you just want somebody else out of it. But you're
Yeah.
by yourself doing that. Yeah.
But boy, about that, I won't have to worry about it next year because I'm not going to be taking that many trips. So far, only 2. I'm sure we'll hit some more, but we're definitely not getting the season pass because
Yeah,
really,
it just seems like the quality of the whole experience is going
Yeah.
down year to year, and just because as we get older too, the bands get newer, and we're less and less interested. And I kind of experienced that.
and our
with,
heroes are dying
Riot
out,
Fest,
Yeah. Our
you know,
heroes are quickly dying out.
less
So
like this show. The first year we did it, there was a lot of artists that I was really looking forward to see, and this past year was kind of like, yeah, I'll go see them. It wasn't,
yeah. So now we can be particular though. We've seen so many of them, and I saw somebody comment in an article the other day, and it's sort of true. He said, my era, we basically got like 5 to 7 years left, and our musical heroes of our youth are done. That's it. They're all gone. Because they're all peeling off now as
oh
it
yeah,
is.
oh yeah,
The 70s rockers. I mean, really, that
yeah.
was my era. The 70s were my era, man. Wow. Whoa, baby. But yeah, they're all peeling off now. So they're all fading away. And like you said, a younger crowds coming in with the younger bands. And I no longer get it. I just want to see my sugar. That's all before they quit. That's my bucket list right there is my sugar. I know you won't dig it, but by golly, it's gonna be an experience from because they are the extreme heavy metal band. They are yeah, they are the extreme. I got to see the extreme. So we won't be seeing them at Credit Union 1, I'm sure, because boy, they haven't put much out of a schedule so far. So I think I've heard three gigs so far. We're going to be seeing 2 of them, so hopefully they step up their game a little bit anyway. So we'll see how that goes. But let's move on. Yeah, I could complain about that. I was so ticked off this year. We had some really weird experiences at Tinley Park. But
Okay, I remember the one. Me. And I talked about before. I'm a cheap ass, and I bring my own water. But then they said, no, you can bring water, but you can't have a cap. You can't have a cap on the water. So I got my cargo shorts. I got stuff down the side, sloshing around like an idiot. It just seemed stupid. Just
that
security,
was so bizarre.
It was so inconsistent. It seemed like every show we went to, there was something different about the entrance, the security, and getting in. They changed something. So it just seems way inconsistent, and just I don't know. It was just like left up to whoever was working up the gate, working their interpretation of the rules. I don't know, but it was.
Well, and it seemed like all year they were lacking employees at the gates coming in. So we'll see. Like I say, we
the worst too, I think, and then we'll let it go. But you talked about shows where the lawn was closed, and it was like 4 in a row, if I remember right. Yeah. And the first one we went to. And they said, well, there's a guy. We thought you'd come in, and when you go to the ticket stand or whatever, you do it there. And they said, no, once you go in, there's a guy standing at the top of the ramp. And that was it. One guy standing at the top of the ramp with a cell phone and thousands of
bunch
tickets
of ticket.
fumbling around and
Yeah.
a line as far as you can see. And it's like, no, we're just gonna go grab a seat and
Oh yeah, we're
somebody's got a
experts.
ticket. We'll move on somewhere else. But
We are experts, so we we did
no, that
our
worked
own
out fine
thing.
for us. Yeah,
We
it
did
worked
our
out
own
fine.
thing on
Yeah.
them four shows. Hell yeah, nobody messed with
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
But
it
that
worked
was
out
great.
fine. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, just like I said, just everything that they tried just seemed to just not be well coordinated, and
yeah,
like nobody really knew what was going on. So, yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. All right, well we'll leave it. We'll leave it there. Here's one last item that sort of I don't know what to think about this. The headline: a sequel to iconic mockumentary Spinal Tap to start filming in February of 2024. Oh, I don't know what to think about this. Jeez. You know, you can't
yeah,
reheat a souffle
yeah.
like
We
that.
brought
Like,
this up. I guess it must have been just when they were first starting to talk about it, but now it's actually going into production. So,
wow, I'll be darned. I wish they wouldn't, but yeah, maybe they're
you know what it
genius
reminds
enough
me
to like
of?
pull
It
it out.
reminds me
What's
of
that?
Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it reminds me
Oh,
of.
oh, hang on.
They're gonna have a lot of like cameos, guest appearances, that kind of thing, just like
Just
Blues
like the
Brothers
other one.
2000. Yeah, yeah. So like Paul
Oh,
McCartney, Elton John, Garth Brooks. That seems like
oh boy, that's
which one of these
trouble.
doesn't fit in there? But yeah. So
But
Rob Reiner's still the guy. You remember he was the guy, the
sure.
journalist or wherever. He's still gonna be the same guy. He's got to be like 80 by now, right?
Oh God, I
Close
don't know,
to it.
but boy, this. Boy. Yeah, you brought up the perfect example of Blues Brothers 2000. What an absolute freaking train wreck. The only good thing about it, a friend of mine, a late friend of mine, great guitarist, he always found the good in everything. He said, I was complaining about, the Blues Brothers, such a horrible movie. He said, but yeah, that jam at the end with all the blues folks. Like, yeah, that was a great jam. I'll give him that. But the rest of the movie was just horrible. It's like Caddyshack. They tried to do Caddyshack too, and it was just
Right, right,
horrible,
right. Yeah,
just
yeah.
totally horrible. Dan Aykroyd as a goose, or it's just oh yeah, yeah. So hopefully they get it together on this one. We'll see. You know, it's a lot, a lot, a
I mean,
lot of
obviously you've
comments.
got Michael McKean and Christopher Guest and Harry
Sure.
Harry Shearer. Yeah. So I mean, these are funny guys. Been around a long time doing this. I mean, yeah, I'm sure they could put something together that's funny, but I don't know, man.
That first one hit like a brick wall, man. That
Well,
was so
because it was like a
funny.
little independent kind of project. This is going to be more Hollywood. You're going to have more, Hollywood
I
people,
would hope we see some
their influence on it.
LGBTQ,
Yeah, right. There'll be some
GTQB
woke stuff in there.
plus.
Who knows? But
Sure, some woke stuff. I
so
don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't see it working out. Can't reheat a souffle. I don't see it working, but
it usually
we'll
works with
see.
like you have like those smaller independent movies that just hit, and it just
Right.
because of the idea and just everything works. But then you get it gets Hollywoodized, it gets too big, and it doesn't work anymore, man. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we'll see. We won't have to worry
Oh, I'm
about
sure
the
we'll
next
see it
year.
when it
So,
comes out. But
oh yeah, I definitely will. But
yeah,
we'll see. Who knows? We'll see. We
we'll
never
give it a
know.
chance. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. So boy, oh boy, a lot of weird stuff this week. But you know, uh, tours are starting to be announced for next year and stuff. So we'll see what happens in the next week. I'm sure there's some more wacky stuff going on. We got any Grammys or any of that crap going on coming up?
Yeah, we just
Any
had the nominations last week. I don't know when they're
oh,
airing.
I think they're in like February or something.
Yeah, I
Aren't
think
they?
they
They
are too.
start
Yeah,
doing
in
it then.
February. Yeah, it's like after
All
the Super
right.
Bowl, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
yeah. That'll be a bunch of schlock stuff. The it seems the award shows keep getting less and less ratings because they
Yep.
can't help but get into politics. You got to leave that stuff alone. Leave
Yeah.
it alone and enjoy the music.
Yeah, I think
So
we're all tired of getting preached to.
oh boy,
Either way, either way. So,
yeah. So nonetheless, yeah, cool items this year, this week. Yeah, and like I said, we'll see what happens next week. So until then, man, everybody have yourself a great week. We're in the holiday season, the Christmas season. I won't say holiday, I'll say Merry Christmas, but we're in the Christmas season, and Yeah, feeling pretty jolly. I don't have it. We don't have any snow or anything around here yet. I'll put some on my back screen. There we go. There's some snow right there. But I'm all ready for the snow too, man. I got the snow plow is ready to tackle my driveway when the time comes. So this old geezer can't complain. So until then, folks, we'll see you next week. So why don't you take us home there, Doc?
Yeah, we'll see what comes up next week and see what goes on with the whole Kiss Avatar thing. I'm curious where that's gonna go, but it just never ends, man. There's always something. So whatever it is, we'll be sure to bring it to you. So have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody. We'll see you next time.